Hello everyone, this is Gus from Laredo Sabers, and today I'm going to show you our latest collaboration with TXQ Saber. TXQ Saber is a professional lightsaber manufacturer out of China, and we've been working on this project for roughly about 6 to 9 months, depending on how you look at it, from the start of the design or the start of the manufacturing. But anyways, this project is basically a Darksaber. It's based off the Book of Boba Fett version, which is a little bit different than what we saw in the Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2. And essentially it's because at the point of Book of Boba Fett we had a little bit more information as well as pictures of the actual prop and stuff like that, so it's based off of that. So anyways, it's a full aluminum build. It's made out of 3 main assemblies: the emitter assembly, the grip and handguard assembly, and the pommel and chassis assembly. So what we did was we try to keep it as screen accurate as possible while trying to reduce the number of components so that we can make it manufacturable and lower the cost as much as possible. This Darksaber also includes the blade assembly. I forgot to mention it's a polycarbonate blade, and it's about I'd say 32 to 34 inches long, including the portion of the stem that goes into the hilt. So without further ado, here is the hilt of the TXQ Laredo Sabers Darksaber. As you can see, it has the different colored grips, and also the vents for the light to come through. It has the activation and auxiliary buttons. It has the side greebly, the trapezoid piece, the pommel. It's a vented pommel. In this case, has holes on both sides. And here's the emitter section. Again, it's all metal, all aluminum, machined, CNC. And here is the blade. The blade has a sticker all along both sides that mimics what we saw on screen. Again, it's a polycarbonate design, and it has the edges beveled here and here. It's about I guess a 60-degree bevel, 30 on each side. But the rest is pretty much flat. And it has a NeoPixel strip inside and a NeoPixel connector on the bottom. Right here. So, to put it together, just insert the blade and make sure you press in a little bit as you screw. There's 2 screws, one here and one on the opposite side. Do not over tighten. And there it is. So here's the full hilt and the blade. I think it looks pretty good. So this one has a Profi installed. I already modified the contents because I wanted to have only Darksaber fonts here. So I purchased a few from Kyberphonic, sorry. And also I bought in one that's called Mando Jedi from Ronin Sabers. And also I included the one that came with the TXQ Darksaber. So let me. This is. I think this is the one that came with.
You are fighting against the blade.
As you know, it has all the features that you would find on a Profi board. one of the things that you might notice is that the pixels do show up here in the edge a little bit. But that's only in real life, because once you take pictures with it, the saturation or brightness will make them disappear. But that's very minor gripe, because it's all included. It's the hilt plus the blade. It's a great cost. It's a very cost-effective Darksaber, very screen accurate, as you can see. All the details that you would expect to have. And also there's a removable chassis here. I'm going to show you right away, because you have to take it out in order to access the recharge port, or to replace the battery, or in this case reprogram the Profi board, or add additional fonts, etc. So you unscrew the screw from this gray blue piece here, and then you just pull out the chassis. So let me show you the chassis real quick. This is a very simple chassis. Has the battery, has the recharge port, USB Type-C. There's your Profi board, the main button, and the auxiliary. And the Profi board, you can lift it up a little bit so that you can access the SD card, as well as the put in the USB cable to reprogram. Also, it has the pixel connector, although it does not have any pixels here. There is going to be another version coming out soon that'll have, I think it's going to have LEDs here, as well as a crystal, a kyber crystal in here. Because the original design I made had that kyber crystal installed in this section here, but this is just the first iteration where it's not included. I think once the other one comes out, we'll let you know. But anyways, the material of the chassis is I think it's nylon. It's a 3D printed chassis made out of nylon, very smooth. And the pommel is a metal piece, but it's screwed into the chassis. And it works, but again, it doesn't have any pixels here. Anyways, to put it back in, there's one way to put it. Although it's full round, sorry, it has gestures. It's full round, so you can put it any way you want. But right at the end, there's a small bump here that has to match with that groove, so that you know what the correct orientation is. So just try to slide it in carefully. And once you get to that section, just make sure it gets lined up properly, otherwise it won't go in. So, anyways, there it is. Once it's in, just put the screw back in. And there you have it. So I'm very proud of this project. It's a very comfortable, screen accurate hilt. It's not too big. I think it's the correct size it should be. It's not too heavy, because the blade is heavy by itself, because it's larger than your typical round polycarbonate blade, but it's still well balanced for the size of it. So I really like it, and I think you guys will like it too. So anyways, you could get this at the Laredo Sabers store, or you could probably also get it at different distributors from TXQ Saber, as well as AliExpress or Alibaba. But if you like to know more about this, just contact me and I'll try to answer your questions. So thank you very much for watching.